Your signal's up and down. You're pretty common. So I like to talk to you.
W5kub ac0uv. Yeah, the signals are a little going up and down a little bit. I guess it's conditions. I don't know. When your first transmission, you were real strong, and it's just doing the normal fade in and fade out stuff. It isn't new. it it's just the time of day, I guess. You know how the bands work. W5kub ac0uv.
Okay, I think there may be a mobile in here. Let's see, the mobile station, join us. This is Whiskey 5, Kilo Uniform Bravo. County, this is N0LOT Mobile. Sorry to disturb you. I know you probably didn't hear me too well, but you did hear me. Anyway, Davis Paul here in Kansas City. Just kind of testing out my Icon 70612G. Anyway, I just wanted to say howdy and wondered how you're receiving me, all right? Okay, Paul, I'm not sure I got your call right. Call N0LL. Over. Okay, I've got a lot of noise up here, so I'm not really copying you too well. So, anyway, I appreciate it. Does anybody else hear me very well? Over.
Yeah, I can hear you. What's your call sign again? Is it November 0 Lima Oscar Golf?
Lima Oscar Tango, London Ocean and Tokyo, Paul in Kansas City.
Oh, Roger. Good deal, Paul. My name's Ron, AC0UV, and I'm 60 miles east of Denver, QSL.
Yeah, QSL, very good. I'm glad to make your acquaintance. Anyway, I'm just, like I said, just trying to test out this thing, this 706 function to you before I sell it. Anyway, thank you for letting me interrupt, and I'll let you get back to it. This is November 0 Lima Oscar Tango, Motor. 590 in Minneapolis, KC0WJE. Well, thank you. W5BJB. WKE. We say W0WKE and 0LOT Mobile, over. KC0WJE, a good clear copy. KC0WJE, unclear. Thank you, Mike. 0LOT Mobile, good. Okay, well, Ron, I'm still talking. I can hear you there. I did get a call there after you talked to me. Very good. But the band is too good. I'll see you again. W5meu is going to join us here in a few minutes. He's on 20 meters right now, and he'll be down here in a few minutes. So how's my people holding up, Ron? You're about to lose the AC0uv,
W5kub AC0uv returning. You're holding up pretty good. I mean, you got your loud moments that blow my speaker out, and then you got you got the moments where it's a little light, but I can still copy you, QSL.
Yeah, that's good. I can copy you too. And I just tried to filter, change the filter a little bit, and took out a little bit of side killer here. Better there. Okay, well, that's cool. Signals aren't just great, but hey, glad you were back to the show last night, and glad you hang out and work at the crop here. Hopefully the crop's gone away, so there wasn't any wiring or anything here. I really don't think the issue was here, but something was going on crazy. And it may have been just to hang out in the browser. Sometimes browsers back up. Don't get it called. This is 5 Kilo Uniform Bravo. I don't know anybody. I didn't really see that yet, man. I don't think they were talking stuff. A lot of simple conditions are kind of bad for a few minutes, so I'm going to stand by for a while. Ken will probably be down here in a few minutes on frequency w5meu will be on here. Maybe you can pick him up again. Maybe the band will get better between us and Colorado out here. So I'm going to go ahead and stand by for a few minutes. Maybe some other people posting and join us here. ac0uv w5.
All right, Tom, w5kub, ac0uv. I'll be sitting back here listening for Ken as well. Yeah, it was a little, the hangout was a little weird last night, but it was all good. I guess it was just weird to me because it was my first time doing it. But I watched the show on the big screen out in the living room, and then when Hambach came on, I had to jump back into the radio room because I didn't have the laptop out in the living room. I just had it on the big computer in here, chat room. So I'll sit here and I'll sit back for a couple minutes and wait for some other people to get on. W5kub, ac0uv.
Mike, it's on uniform. Hello, my good guys. Welcome. w5meu. Greetings, gentlemen. All right. Take a picture. I love to get pictures where people are watching the show with pictures. That's kind of cool. I'll stand by here if nobody else wants to join us, and we'll just be quiet here a few minutes. Maybe we'll get a few extra people in here in a minute. It makes the band will change up a little bit, and Ken will join us. ac0uv w5. I think I keyed with you there, Tom. Greetings and salutations, gentlemen. ac0uv and w5kub here is Whiskey 5, Mike Echo Uniform.
Good afternoon, Mike. w5meu, ac0uv. Man, you're booming in here today, but I usually have a good like sight line to Texas, QSL.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I'm running a little bit lower power than I do sometimes. I'm running under 1 million watts at least. Hi. Man alive, wouldn't it be nice to be able to run that much power? I don't know. I don't know where they got the arbitrary amount of 1,500 watts being legal, but well, that's okay. I guess that keeps us from tearing up the power grid or something. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, both you guys are sounding great in here today, man. Been a real good day. Got another award on QRZ. I got my county's award today. I got number 100 on that, and had a fun time on the Ole Miss OMISS net there on 20 meters. So it's been a good day so far. Anyway, pick it up there, Tom. W5kub, w5meu. All right. Well, it sounds like you're running 1 million watts for sure. Must be that antenna you got there, that flaming wire over the tree. That's what it is. I'm gonna start working on my extended double zip here in the next day or two. I've got my wire out the shop, and we'll start working on it. I just kind of wait for it to warm up. You know, when you get as old as me, you don't like to go out in the cold. It is up in the 50s, so it's getting pretty decent out here. So maybe next section it's really kind of interesting getting it up. I've got to get around a bunch of tree limbs and branches, and I can get the height. I've got to clear some branches and other places. So it's not going to be just real easy, but we'll get that. And I'm going to go with the full 1 1/4 wavelength, the 2.58, one on each side. I'm gonna go with that, and I just can't make it work out there. I'll try to go with just the halfway each side. That still should give me some gain in. Back out to Colorado, ac0uv,
W5kub in the group, ac0uv. Well, I'm on the Yaesu 897 today. I see Ken that you got a 2000. I've got a 2000 as well. Unfortunately, my 2000 I have to put it in the hospital. The mine mysteriously created the filter problem. So I ordered some filters. I'm waiting for them to come in. Then I'll have to fix them. It's not going to be fun, but that's unfortunate. But I'll get it fixed. You know, it takes a month for the filters to come in from China, but that's all right. I'll be glad when I get it fixed because I really miss that radio. But the AZU does a good job as well. It's just sometimes I got to look back at the manual because I forget how to use it because I always used the 2000. But that's all right. And congrats on the counties. That's a good deal. I'm glad you did that. Looks like somebody else posted on the website too. I get alerts from the website on my phone. And Tom, yeah, I'll send a picture. I'll upload it to the website for watching on the big screen. That was kind of cool last night. I really liked it. My wife was like, "No way, you watched them on the TV?" I said, "Oh yeah, it was cool. It was good." So she said she knew I wasn't in the radio room last night because I forgot to turn the TV down when I went to bed. She gets home after I go to bed, and she's like, "Yeah, I knew you were out in the living room because the TV was still turned up a little bit." I'm like, "Well, sorry, I'll try and remember." W5meu with w5kub to take it. AC0uv.
Hey, Ken, we got a couple more people that want to join us. Why don't you pick them up? Yeah, fix the thing. I think there's a pirate out there that old pirate nx2u. He said that he's floating around out there. And looks like there's a couple other people. Larry, N3JTN. I wonder if they're hearing me. And I can't. I don't have my glasses on. I can't read the third name. I'm so embarrassed. Anyway, let's start with Mike over there, nx2u, and maybe he can hear the N3 station. nx2u, can you copy me today, Mike? W5meu. W5meu, W5kub, AC0uv, that's it, nx2u. Oh yeah, I hear everybody right now. The signals are up and down, the band's been crazy. Todd, it was a fantastic show last night. I learned so much. I got so many of my questions answered. I've been doing some research on balance today. And I may go with Balance Design. They have one that is both 4-to-1 and 9-to-1, up to 2 kilowatts, depending upon which tap I want to tap off of. And I may go that route because that will give me the option of going a resonant antenna or a non-resonant, so to give me both ways. Let me turn it over to you there, Tom, and you can see me to pick up the balance station of Tom. I'm trying to pick them up. W5kub, nx2u. Okay, hey, nx2u, W5kub. Well, I tell you, I don't think you can beat these balance designs. I got two of them here. I didn't show them on the show last night. I think I held them up before, maybe the afternoon. They are very, very well constructed, man. I would say, military specs almost. I mean, they're high power, well built. You won't go wrong with it. And when you order that one, call Bob up. Call him on the phone. You get a phone number for orders. Call him up. Tell him you watch the show. Cause I just talked to him this week, and told him that I'd get the word out on our show about him. Tell him you saw it on a show, and you know, the king of balance. Bob always donates a nice balance for a prize on our show. Let me see if I can pick up the information on that's Larry, N3JTN, W5kub. Man, you sound like you're in my backyard. Well, the antenna off center fed's doing you a great job there, and your 100 watts is too. It's sounding really, really good here. You're not quite as loud as Ken down in Texas, but you're good, solid, choppy. A little bit of QSP on here. Let me see. Well, I don't know who it goes back to. Let me shoot it back to Ken. w5meu, w5kub. Okay, well, I'll take it then. Larry, you're just above my noise level down here in Odessa. I've got about an F5 or 6 noise level, but you got a good signal, but like I say, it's just above the noise level. Other than that, man, everybody's just blasting in here today, man. And old Mike up there, he's almost as strong as Tom, which is kind of unusual. Usually we got a basically a telephone line between me and Tom. But nx2u, he's got that pirate power going on there up there. He puts Radio Caroline to shame over there with the big antennas and the high power, high. Anyway, not much going on down here today. We got upper 50s, and there's hardly any wind blowing. Wall-to-wall blue skies right now, and man, it's just a nice day down here in West Texas. Had to get out and do some honeydews and some errands and whatnot. So that gave me a little bit of outside time, and then, like I say, I was involved in the OBISnet from the beginning there. I was one of the relay stations today, which is kind of unusual. Since I'm here in town, I usually have a lot of city noise there on 20 meter, but I guess my pot growing neighbor over here didn't have his grow light on today, so that was a good thing. But anyway, I'll put it back up there to Ron, and he can he can shoot it wherever it goes. AC0uv, who to take it, w5meu.
W5meu in the group, AC0uv. Well, Larry, N3JTN, good afternoon to you, and good afternoon to Mike, nx2u. Larry, I know exactly where you're at. I'm originally from Maryland myself. If you look at my QRZ page, you'll see my original call. I was a three-lander as well. And I was from Catonsville, Maryland, suburb of Baltimore, QSL. But you're giving me about a 5x4. You're right at my noise level too, but I could hear you a little bit if I turned the speaker up way loud. I can just barely hear you talking. So I wanted to let you know that you are hearable in Colorado. And I'm gonna give it over to Mike, nx2u from ac0uv.
Roger, guys. This is November X-ray 2 United in the group. Yeah, I got Larry good and strong, and I've even got you, Ron. You're about 2 units above my noise. And Ken, I'm not running a pirate station. I'm on my FedEx 40. Come on. I'm running QRP today. But, you know, that's it. Well, actually, both my nx2us, I blew them up. I'm changing relays and all on them. But we've got very cold weather here today. We peaked out at 37 degrees, and the wind is blowing. It's not very conducive to antenna work outside, but I did take the 50-mile drive into town and back, Tom. I've got the ground rod, and I bought the pulleys. I've got all the line and everything. It's just a matter of getting out there and getting it done and getting up on my roof. But, yeah, the show last night, Tom, I can't tell you how much I appreciated it. It got all my questions answered. One of the other questions I still have, which reading the spec from Ballon Design on that, they're saying to, if you can, put counterpoises on for the frequencies you want. In other words, they want resonant counterpoise rather than a ground. I don't see that a resonant counterpoise for me would be possible. So I'm just going to go a direct ground, and maybe I'll even attach, besides that, I think still ground it to the metal roof. I can look at it and see if there's a difference. W5kub to take it. This is nx2u on the nx40.
All right. Are you really on the BX40? I think you said you blew both of them up. What radio are you on?
I'm on my old Kenwood TS690S. I've got the amp on the AL80B, and I'm doing just about 400 watts right now.
Okay. Well, sound good here. Okay. Yeah, hey, call Bob. Bob Rumsey. Bob's the one that makes the balance. He custom builds them when you call. You've got so many different ones that all these aren't stock, but he makes them. He'll get it out in a couple days. It could be a week through the mail to get mine. And that one, let's see, I think you got he's got a combination, 4-to-1 and 9-to-1, I think, or something like that. Yeah, if you can get that, go ahead and get it. I think that will work well for you. You're getting two balances for the price of one there. And, you know, ground systems are interesting things. You know, just pounding a ground rod in the ground doesn't necessarily give you a great RF ground, but multiple ground rods in the ground tied together gets you a better ground, and also depending on the conductivity of your coil, that gives you a better ground. So, you know, it's just close out, that's fine, but you know, if you want to use that on different bands, you need to lay different lengths counterpose out, you know, on the ground there. But our barium, or you know, the way my system here, my outside system is, I've got various ground radios, you know, like a spoke wheel, with ground rods like together. Everything ties together. But I think it'll be good. I don't think your metal roof really will act as a ground. If you really think about it, you know, that's up in the air actually. And like if you see it, just start like a long line, the metal roof, basically you got a top plane. A metal roof on one side, you got a wire on the other side. So I really think that, you know, for a ground, you need to go with, you got the ground line. It would definitely do some reflection, especially I think next day. Let's see, let me shoot it back Larry. Do this still copy. N3JQN W5kub.
everybody sounded very good, but this is a change in donation. So 73, and I'll catch up with you later. Maybe we'll get in there tomorrow. 73, Julia,
All right, 73, Larry, 73, and thanks a lot for joining us. We'll try to get on every day and make contact like this, and we'll post it on Facebook there. Man, I'm not going to do. I'm mad about this. Jim, that's not in the w5kub. Yeah, w5kub in the group, w5meu here. Now, Mike, on the metal roof, that used to be a pretty common thing back in the 30s and 40s. Guys would put their antenna above that metal roof to have that reflector. You know, they would never ground the thing, which I don't think was that big of a deal. But man, having that reflector off of that thing, especially if you've got a large metal roof, pardon me, get that thing about 20 or 30 feet above that thing, and man, if you can get it like 16 feet above the metal roof, and you put a 20-meter dipole up there, man, I tell you what, it's just like having a two-element 20-meter full-size antenna up there. You know, it's one of those things that it's really fun to play with. I mean, it's hilarious, you know, to see the differences that the metal roof will cause. Now, here at my place, I've got a grid system that goes over most of my property, and what I did up in my attic to get the reflection off of the roof, I put some stuff called Reflectix. It's an aluminum back. It's got aluminum on both sides and a plastic. It's almost like you know, the bubble packing stuff. Anyway, it's all over on the inside of my attic, and you wouldn't believe the difference that makes. Anytime you can get that RF to reflect off of something, you know, it's a lot better than it going into the ground. You know, especially if you can't put counterpoise up there. Most of my ground system, you know, it's not necessarily tuned on any particular frequency. It's like the U.S. Air Force used to put the old radar stations in. You know, they would just put just as much grounding out there and just as much mesh with as much coverage as they possibly could. Because anytime you can get that signal to reflect off of it and back up into the atmosphere, you're raising your efficiency that much more. That's one reason I love to play with antennas. You know, it's always something new and different. The bad thing about it is you got to watch. Some of these manufacturers will, you know, have a tendency to blow a little bit of smoke to sell their products, and a lot of times they'll sell stuff that you know, that you don't really need. That's why I encourage people to get like a like a mid to early 60s, late 50s handbook, and you know, the magazines and stuff from back in the 40s and 50s. You know, back in those days, most hams didn't have over about 50, and man, if you were running 100 watts, you were doing real good. And it was only the rich people that could afford a kilowatt rig at that time. So these guys were, you know, they were talking all over the planet, just like we do with 1,000 watts, but they were doing it with things like the little blow scout, which was about 40 watts worth of output. I mean, it ran a single 6146. And, you know, they were doing it on AM. So look at some of
the antennas from way back then, you know, before the high power guys started coming up, and all the manufacturers started, you know, started doing their advertising stuff. And that it's always an interesting view, like from a 1960 handbook to a 2017 or 2015 handbook. The differences in it, you know, a lot of the commercialism has come into play on a lot of that, and I don't know, you know, I mean, I just have a tendency to steer, you know, toward the guys that were working the planet with 40 watts over the guys that work the planet with, you know, with a kilowatt and a half. And those little BitX radios, man, those things are so cool. I was doing a little bit of research on those, and I actually found a guy that was, see, I've got a couple of Raspberry Pis floating around here, and one of them's not being used right now. Well, I came across a script that a guy had written to make the thing a 1 watt transmitter. You know, you just you tie the antenna between ground and one of the pins on the accessory socket there on the Raspberry Pi, and you can control what frequency it's on. You know, just by changing up the script, it's really an interesting deal. But anyway, let's see. I'm going to shoot mine back over to Ron there. We'll try to just make a little round table here. Let's see if I get it from Tom, then I'll shoot it over to Ron. And Larry took off, so I guess Ron, send it over to Mike when you're done with it. AC0uv, Whiskey 5, Mike Echo Uniform.
W5meu in the group, ac0uv. I agree with everything you just said there, Ken. Excuse me. I've got my tower next to an old milk house. They used to store the milk in there when they milked after they got done milking the cows. And that roof is a metal roof. And I cut an antenna. Oh, I guess about 10 years ago, I made an antenna for 3810, and I cut it and tuned it specifically for that frequency. And when I first put it up, I put it up in a tree on the other side of the property, and it was okay. It didn't do too bad, you know. I liked it. But then I put it on the tower over top of that the milk house, and that steel roof that's on it. Oh my goodness, I couldn't believe the way the signals came up and the way I got out. It was just unbelievable. But Mike, that's what you need to do, brother. You need to get yourself an old handbook. That's how I learned, and I loved it. I got a couple of them floating around here somewhere that I got from my dad, I guess. Yeah, probably, or somebody back in Maryland anyway. But I like it just reflects it. It works amazingly well. I couldn't believe how amazing it works. nx2u in the group, AC0uv.
Roger, I just barely heard you in here, Ron. And you too, Ken. I've got a very bad humming on this side. I've got some real bad noise rolled in right on top of both of you, but I get a little bit here and there out of it. I'm going to sit back and see the air conditions that clear up on some back in. So let me turn it over to Tom, W5KUB. Oh, by the way, Tom, I built an S meter for the BitX40. Both my BitX40s, they work on receive, but the relay, one relay is shorted where it tries to transmit the key simultaneously. So I've got the PA disconnected, and the other one, the relay.
Pretty good. Even heard Maryland. Pretty good.
Something on the micro BitX40 webpage. It's basically an S meter, but it works on the audio. It works pretty good. So w5kub to take it. nx2u. I'm going to just fade back into the noise here, and if it clears up, I'll jump back in.
Okay, nx2u w5kub. That S meter was probably one that we did. In fact, we started first on the ac0uv. We did first. We got a lot of extra stuff, and that's when after that, that's when they created that the ac0uv group. We were doing a lot of it around. But yeah, that everything is something that's just the design the physical parts and how it hooks to the audio. And Ron, PA3FAT, we took the S-meter off the audio and kind of simulate the S-meter. The song of the audio was really just red. So that was probably one that we had here. Mike, I want to get something back to antenna now. So we talked about the reflectors and everything. My understanding, maybe I missed something, but I don't think you're running your antenna over the roof, right? You're running a 200 or 300 foot like a village antenna or something on the top of the line. You're running the roof or the ground. And that's running that antenna over the top of the roof, over.
I've got two antennas, Rockwell. I've got one is already installed. The beverage runs right down the fence line at 4 foot high from my shop right on down to the road, right on the fence post. That I'm just going to off the tuner to and use it as a receive. The other 300 plus, the 300 foot plus more wire will actually start in the center of my roof. It'll start about 10 feet above my metal roof, so it will be crossing the metal roof at the peak it'll be 10 feet high as the roof gets down, but the antenna will stay high. It will probably cross my roof for about 15 feet up.
Yeah, that's a pretty short distance for they have that ground under a 400 foot wire. I think there's 200 or 400 foot wires out there. Probably are not going to get a whole lot of use from the roof. It might give you some, but the one that goes partially over might be a little bit. But I think like in a space, a wire on the ground, also in the ground. If you get, if you got a 200 foot long wire there, if you lay a 200 foot wire on the ground under it, that would help a whole lot there. All right, very good. Let's see. Go ahead and take your scan, and let's see, we got another Facebook. I'm kind of discussing the Facebook page you can't hear it. Let's see. All right, let's take a standby. See if anybody else is listening or on Facebook wants to jump in here. This is w5, Kilo Uniform Bravo. All right, well, I didn't hear anybody. Go ahead and pick it up again. w5meu. Just to text you is w5kub.
Yeah, w5kub, w5meu here. Well, it sounds like we're losing everybody there, Tom. Oh, boy, howdy. Man, I tell you what, you guys are those FedEx. I'm going to have to give me one of those, but, man, I can't bring myself to do the QRP thing, so, I wonder how that 40 watts is going to work. I wonder if that's nice and spectrally pure. I think this big AL1500 would do just fine at about 1,000 or 1,200 watts. QRP over with that little FedEx if it's clean enough to amplify that much. Oh boy, howdy. Man, you guys have done a lot of experimenting with those little things. I was reading about the number of people that have put those in different cases and, and stuff like that. There's one guy, I think he was like in New Hampshire or something like that, that put it in a metal ammo box, and then he just, all he has is just a small control, that's outside the box there, and everything else, including the battery and, the little antenna connections there on the other side, and man, it was cool, the creativity that's involved in building those things, and then, putting them in different cases and stuff like that, it's just, it's amazing how creative ham operators can be at times, but, anyway, oh boy, howdy, yeah, the band conditions are changing quite a bit. Tom, you were almost down in the noise that time, but I went ahead and stuck another 300 watts in here just to, just to make things a little more interesting. I don't know if it helped or anything, but I can go up another 800 or 900 watts, but I don't think that would be a good idea unless I'm feeding it into a dummy load somewhere. But we'll leave it at 1,497 watts and see how the band conditions change there. See how things go. But yeah, I can't wait for that for you to get that double extended ramp up there. And man, don't be afraid to droop the end of those tips. The end of that thing doesn't do hardly anything anyway. So it's it won't hardly change the effectiveness of it. If you read about a drooped tip dipole, they have a lot of information, especially in the older handbooks, about doing that. They called it a U-dipole, where they would actually droop like 20% or 30% of the ends of those things. And I know a lot of people will get those inset half-wave antennas and droop 10 or 15 feet off of the end of those things, and there's no noticeable difference. But you will notice if you try the double zip and then change to the extended double zip. Pardon me. You'll notice a lot of difference between the two. Man, I mean it's like having an S5 signal with the double zip will be about an S8 or better with the double extended zip. There's that much difference between them. It's just it's like the difference between night and day. And as far as the transmit is concerned, the guys on the other end will appreciate the difference as well. Hi. But anyway, I don't know who's left in here. I'm not sure if Mike can still hear me, but I'll go ahead and turn it back over to Ron. I don't know if he left or not. I couldn't hardly hear him last time, but let's find out. AC0uv, w5meu.
W5meu in the group, AC0uv. Yeah, I still hear you pretty good. I hear Tom pretty good. Of course, it's fading in and out, but it's starting to get to be that time here. And, it's 3:40 here, so I guess it's probably almost 5 o'clock down there for you, Ken. But I'm thinking that I'd like to get one of those bit 40s, but I don't know, man. I feel the same way as you do. I don't know if it might be okay to put in a camper, just to have something to go up in the hills and play with. It might be okay to do that, or out on the plains or something. But I don't know. I'm really not ready for that one. I guess it's 47 today here. It was sunny most of the day, but I hope everybody's still hearing me. I'm still here, and I don't know if these other guys are hearing us not. I didn't hear the other guy that was tuning up. I heard the tuner upper, but that was it. So Mike, if you still hear me, I'll give it over to you. If not, I guess Tom pick it up. nx2u, AC0uv.
signals are down, but my noise floor went way down. I heard you no problem there, Ron, and I heard Kent finally he came through loud and clear. Yeah, well, antennas, like I said, what works for me, I could put the same thing up at my neighbor's house a mile down the road.
That's
and
right.
It may not work for him. There are just so many variables, and I am just going to experiment, and getting back to beams and towers last night, that was a very interesting discussion. I've had many beams, I've had many towers. When I was in New Jersey, I had a 200-foot tower that I used to light up at Christmas time, and you could see it from New York City. When I was in upstate New York, living in upstate New York, I had a pair of 100-foot towers on each side of the house. One of them had a tri-band beam, and the other one had a 5-element monobander for 15 meters. Talking about my metal rooftop, I have a homemade J-pole, a copper J-pole for 2 meters, mounted 15 feet above my metal roof, and it outdoes my 15-element beam that's at the same height that's over the garage. So I guess that metal roof does have some type of an effect. W5kub to take it, nx2u in the group.
nx2u in the group, w5kub. He was here in Salt. We got a couple of people commenting here. All right, well, hey, back to the WICX40. You guys know that's a simple band. It's a 5-band, and it's typically a 5 to 7 watt radio. You can get a little more power out of it if you increase the voltage a little bit, but you need to put a larger heat sink on it. So typically the way it comes is about a 5 watt, 7 watt radio. Now, and it's 40 meters long. Now, the micro, the newest one, Bonnie has made it all band. It's 80 through 10 meters, and it's a 40 watt radio, and CW and sideband, 80 through 10, and the receiver on all these works just really, really well. It sounds like a high-end receiver. The 20 watt micro VITX, you can again, I think you can increase your DC voltage, and you can probably get more power out, probably another, maybe you can get 30 watts, maybe 40. Again, you have to heat sink it really well. But I just got a friend over today. I showed him my two VITX40s. I built mine, and I took some old dish TV receivers, stripped out the insides of them, and I put my big 40 inside a little metal dish TV station, actually. So that's kind of where I'm. Oh, and by the way, my first contact was using the VITX40. I didn't even have it in a box. The board was laying on my desk here. The board was laying on the desk, and I had the microphone hooked up for 6 inches of wire. And the microphone is really small, it's about the size of a pea. So anyway, I hooked up. My first contact on sideband on 40 meters was a ZF6 in South Africa on it. Now this is voice on 40 meters. And I made 2 other contacts with it over a period of the next 3 months. Every single contact I made on my VITX40 has been South Africa on 40 meter sideband. And I've got if you look at our archives, look for W5kub archives, and you look for VITX40. You'll actually see me making that contact with South Africa and how good it was there. Okay, well, the band's holding up fair. Let's see, this on Facebook. Yeah, okay. All right, well, I'm trying over 10. Let's see if we're about to w5meu, w5kub.
Oh, yeah, you're still hanging in there just fine, Tom. No problem. Yeah, I had a little bit of interference there, but they don't have enough signal to make the grade, so, they're going to have to keep trying and trying and trying. Oh, boy, howdy, I tell you what. Man, I don't know about that. Let's see, 5 watts. I'm not sure I can do that. I even sold my 5-watt HT and went to an 8-watt. And I don't know that I can do that in good conscience and get on QRP like that high. That's pretty impressive though. Doing the little VidX there on the desk over into Africa. That's sweet. I like that. Man alive. I tell you, when I got into amateur radio, the sunspot cycle was fairly high, and we used to do all kinds of stuff like that, with very, very low power, and make some just miraculous contacts. The best thing I can remember was having a little 5-watt modified HT. It was one of the realistic Citizens band that the guy had changed the PLL chip in and took it up to 10 meters. And one of my first memories was using that outside of a house there that belonged to a friend of mine and talking into Japan with it. Pardon me. Dang, I tell you what, the dust that's blown in down here in West Texas over the last couple of days has got my throat all scratchy and stuff like that. So you guys pardon me when I sound like I'm talking up a lung or something over here. But it's just the old West Texas dirt trying to settle out here. But anyway, that's pretty miraculous, Tom. Man, I'd like to see one of those little radios fed into one of these nice big amplifiers, though. Get in here. Yeah, I'm on my VidX 40 over here. Of course, got a 50 over S9 signal, but I'm running QRP at least out the back of the radio. Just forget to mention that 5 watts is being fed into a nice big amplifier over there, high. But anyway, I don't know if you guys are following the conversation over there on Facebook or not, but I tell you what, I've got a friend sitting over here listening to all this, and we're getting a good laugh out of the stuff that's going on there. So anyway, let's see. I think Ron picked it up last time, so I'll shoot it back over to him, and we'll just keep this little thing rotating here for a little while, at least as long as the band conditions hold up. AC0uv, w5meu.
W5meu in the group, AC0uv. Yeah, the band's holding up pretty good. It's a good deal. you could I don't know. I still like Dave's install on that pan. I think my wife would probably string me up though if I used one of her baking pans. At least he asked his wife. I wouldn't ask. I probably would have just gone and done it, but that's probably why I would have gotten in more trouble than what he did. But well, good deal on you losing all that noise, Mike. I'm glad you can hear us again. Looks like a couple people were in there that said they were going to come in here, but I haven't heard anybody else. So I'll go ahead and give it to Mike. nx2u in the group, AC0uv.
nx2u in the group. Yeah, I'm hearing everybody. Signals are a lot lower than they were, but I'm hearing everybody. I'm just messing with my audio point and the notch and everything else over here and the noise blanker, but I've got everybody here. Well, the VidX 40, the first day I had it, I worked Spain, Italy, Germany,
and United Kingdom, and I worked 18 states here stateside, and that was just running it straight barefoot at about 7.5 watts. Ken, if you look in the Facebook pictures that I posted on Tom's website, you will see my FitX 40. I mated it up with a Palomar 90A. On low power, I'm getting about 30 watts out, and high power, I'm getting about 80 watts out. The Palomar, I've got apart now. I'm recapping it, and I want to clean up the output on 40 meters with the Palomar. I want to work on some filtering for it. But when the bad conditions were bad, all I do is push that button, and guys, please believe it. If you got a pencil and paper, write down this frequency, Ken. 7.277. 7.277. That is where the FitX operators and the micro FitX operators kind of meet. Usually Sunday afternoon around 3 o'clock, and then Sunday evening around 7 o'clock, your own time. In other words, here on the Eastern time, I will start at 7 o'clock, and as the band kind of moves to the west, we start hearing guys from Central Time talking, and as we lose them, they start picking up Rocky Mountain time. And if you want to work DX with it, go on 7.177. That's where all the Europeans are hanging out, and you'll hear them in there, and it may give you a little push to go and buy one and put one together. I'm going to turn it over to Tom, w5kub in the group. This is nx2u.
Okay, real fine. nx2u, w5kub. All right, I just posted a link here to my contact with Africa, and that's actually the very first VITX40. That's the one without the Arduino VFO. That's the one where you use just a little voltage controlled oscillator. Boy, did that thing trip bad. But you can see it laying out here on my desk. It's not even in a case, and I'm working in Africa on it. Oh well, I've got me a case ordered something. The micromix is a little bit larger, but once in the same cases I put the VITX40 in, so I try to find a little bit bigger exposure. And since it is an all-band, 5-band CW, I want to make it look a little nicer. And once I get it done, I'll probably put it on the desk here with the other ridge. All right. Actually, the QRM, I haven't not heard any QRM at all. No QRM on this frequency from the station. That's interesting. That's true. The thing is fading up and down a little bit, but that's it. Oh, let's see what's next week on the show. I'm trying to think what we got next week. I got coming on. I've got, oh man, I tell you, when you get old, you forget. I'm thinking of the second segment. The first segment, we're going to have Jim Fisher on from Florida. And, I know, the second segment is going to be about goat kits. There's a group that builds a lot of goat kits, so we're going to have pictures and a discussion about goat kits. We're going to have CQ on, and we're going to have application on. For now, that's what the show is. Don't know if we'll have anything else in there or not, but that'll probably fill up the hour there. But thanks again, W5meu to W5kub.
Yeah, w5kub in the group, w5meu returning. Yeah, I think the QRMer just, I think he gave up, you know. I mean, he didn't have enough signal to get the job done anyway, you know, so, I've got you guys in my right ear, and I've got an SDR that I'm listening to on my left ear, so, you know, there's a little bit of delay back and forth, but, oh, boy, howdy, I tell you what, ham radio is a fascinating hobby. Yeah, I like the K-Can. can do that or not. Since I do all the cooking around here, I'm not sure I want my favorite cake pan to go by the wayside. You know what'd be really cool? Oh, and I may try this. I may get me a FedEx just to. I've got a Pyrex dish set down here, and I've got glass drill bits out here in the machine shop, and I may put that thing in a Pyrex dish. That'd be kind of cool. And then pop me a just a regular Pyrex lid on top of that. That might be kind of fun. But no, I figured out if I get a FedEx, I think I'm going to run it with this RM Italy KL500. I've got a KL500 over here that with 5 watts in, it'll run about 375 out. That way, I can I can keep my QRO card and still play with the FedEx high. But yeah, you guys are doing some amazing stuff with those things. That's just there ain't nothing but coolness going on there. I hope with the with the number of people that are complaining about that, and the like the Fail Phone radios, they come opened on their transmit, and the thing about it is, I don't understand why it's such a big deal, personally, because it's up to everybody to make sure that they stay in the band. Just like me being a general, I have to make sure that I don't go up in the extra part of the band. So what's the difference between that and making sure that you don't go up into the Mars or whatever areas with your FedEx there? And I'm sure there wouldn't be that big of a deal to make that thing go into to the pirate radio bands there on 6.025. And I wonder about about the bandwidth on the audio on that thing. Is that I'm sure that's a 2.5 or a 3 kilohertz, and I wonder how it would act with with some of these guys hi-fi audio setups that are trying to shove 20 kilohertz worth of audio down a 3 kilohertz sideband signal. I wonder how that FedEx would handle something like that. I'm sure there's somebody that's gonna try it sooner or later, and that's where things start going wrong is these guys just doing silly stuff, but that's part of amateur radio. I mean, it's fun and exciting. Just like when you don't use a frequency for a number of hours there, and then somebody moves in a KC away from where you want them to, and you think you own the place, but that's okay, man. It's ham radio. I don't mind moving around a little bit and playing games there. But anyway, guys, I got to step across the hall and give me something to drink. My whole throat's telling me it's about time to get something liquid down it. So ac0uv to take it. Get your hand on the horn there, Ron. Here she comes. w5meu.
Somebody else was in there hollering contact. Go ahead, AC0UV.
Yes, sir. If you gentlemen don't mind me interrupting, I want to say hello to a friend of mine, w5kub. This is Dan, nx2u in Cordova. Over to you, sir. Okay, you're a little weak to be in Cordova. Yeah. Jackpot. 7KA, over. Negative third, November Echo 7. Juliet, November. Name here is Dan. He joined the Thursday West group several times, over. Yeah, okay, Dan. Yeah, I know who you are now. Yeah, your signal's kind of weak. Of course, we would expect that. We're so close that you're not hearing me properly. Or I'm not hearing you very well. Of course, I'm running a little power here. I don't know what you're running, but anyway, I haven't been to any of the lunches lately. It's just, don't want to get out and run around that much. I'm kind of staying in and just kind of enjoying ham radio and doing some things here. But Dan, hope you're joining the show some nights. Back to you, NE7JN W5KB. W5KUB NE7JN. I want to host you guys up. I just want to say hello to Tom. And by the way, Tom, we're going to Cracker Barrel at I-40 and Canada Road tomorrow at 11 a.m. You're more than welcome to join us, sir. Thanks for letting me jump in here. Appreciate it, guys. 35KUB. This is NE7JN. Back to you. I'll be clear. Okay, Dan, thanks a lot for the invite. Hey, if I'm up and around, I might just drop in. Who knows? NE7JN W5KUB. Go ahead and pick it up. Let's see. Rod, pick it up out there in Colorado.
W5KUB in the group, ac0uv. Well, nice to meet you, Dan. I'm out here in lovely Colorado on the plains, having a good old time. I guess Mike can still hear us. You know, I'm kind of on the fence. I can see what you're saying, Ken, about some things, but I'm one of them idiots with the ESSB, so I usually run the 2000 through a bunch of rack gear. I got the rack gear over here on the side, and I like it. I just haven't gotten the ac0uv hooked up yet. I got to get my wire hooked up to it. Once I get the wire hooked up to it, then the ac0uv will be on the ESSB as well. I don't go ballistic. I sometimes get maybe, I guess I get about 5.5 to 6. But it ain't much different than an AM signal. It's just on sideband. Putting it in a Pyrex container. Now that could be interesting. That could be very interesting. Putting it in a Pyrex container. Huh. Well, I'm going to give it over to Mike, and I'm going to get out of here. It's been grand. I like talking to you guys, and I'll make sure I get that that picture up on the website of. I'll put Katie up on the website because I took a picture of you, Tom, and her, and then next week I'll get a picture of you, I guess, on the big screen. So 7-3 from lovely Agate, Colorado, giving it over to nx2u. 7-3s from ac0uv.
AC0uv, nx2u with w5kub and w5meu floating around out there. It was nice meeting you today, Ron, and you got to join us in the chat room. You got to get in there in the chat room on Tuesday night. We have a good time in there. And by the way, Tom, I guess you missed some of the comments. Number one, you weren't wearing a hat last night.
Right.
You were out of uniform on the show, and I think with that beautiful crimson colored shirt, you needed a bright yellow tie. You would have looked great on that. But yeah, we've had a busy day over here. I spent most of the day at the vet today. Not me at the vet, but I was there. We've got 9 golden doodle puppies leaving this week, and you have to go get all their shots and all their registration papers because you just can't put them on an airplane anymore. So half of my day was spent at the vet's office today with blind puppies, and that's a bundle going in here with 9 8-week-old puppies. And then, of course, I had to come home and feed. And we've actually getting light snow flurries here on and off all day. We're just, 2 or 3 degrees above freezing. So it is very uncomfortable here. Did I hear another station trying to break in, Tom? Let me turn it over to you and see if you can hear. I thought someone was trying to break in. W5kub. This is nx2u. Yeah, anybody else wants to join the group with the Whiskey 5 Kilo Uniform Bravo? I don't hear anybody. Okay, well, thanks for the comments on the shirt. Yeah, I wanted to comment on my shirt last night, and you guys may have not known what I was doing when I opened the show last night. even Katie and Dave had never heard the show, Live PD. And, of course, I wanted to open the show like they do on Live TV. Now, several people in the chat room knew exactly what we were doing. Had you ever watched that show, Mike?
Yeah, I've watched it, but I've never caught it from the beginning. You know, usually when I'm scanning through the channel, you know, I caught it. And when you were doing it, I knew it had to be something. And then the chat room just came alive. That was a good way to start the show. You did a good job on it, Don.
Well, it was kind of last minute. I hadn't practiced it, so it was not real smooth. But at least we did a good enough job. A lot of the people out here that knew about the show knew it was a parody. Back to you, Mike.
Roger, yeah. No, I enjoyed the show. I'm surprised Dave didn't have more to say because I know Dave is pretty good on balance also, but he just kind of sat back last night. Maybe he had the bottle of scotch he was taking over for Marty. I was going to sit there with a bottle of scotch and a bucket of ice cubes, but a few people complained that I shouldn't ruin good scotch with ice cubes. Somebody out there that's the sacrilege. But I figured if I wanted to call in and ask questions, I didn't need 3 or 4 glasses of scotch to be over.
Well, okay. We'll take your call anyway. All right, Henry's back. Next 5 minutes, you get the 5 God, helps when I grab the right microphone. Oh boy, yeah, I was taking some video to send over about the QRM there, and I got the ID and stuff, so oh boy, howdy, and refilled my Pepsi cup here, and went ahead and brought the dog in and fed him while I was getting me something to eat. So he's in there having his supper, and I'm sitting here drinking some nice fresh Pepsi and having a Cheeto or two. You know, I always have a Cheeto attack about this time every day, and not real sure why. You know, I mean, you'd think I was taking some kind of weird medicine or blood sugar or something like that, but that's about the only thing that works right on me is my heart and my blood sugar and whatnot there. So I don't know why about 3 o'clock every day we also have an outside cat here, and he always comes up and knocks on the window there about this time, and I hand him a handful of food out there. So got the animals all taken care of, and got the animals on the radio taken care of, and got the wife lined out, and trying to decide what we're doing for dinner here. Not sure. She's had kind of a rough day. She's fixing to head home, so we got that going on. But oh man, I'll tell you what. All in all, a good day. Got to come in here and have a good ham radio day. Had a few laughs, and good show last night there, Tom. Yeah, I like that. I like that blue hat that you had on, the Air Force veteran hat. That's a very respectful thing there. All of our veterans are honorable folks, and I tell you what, with the little computers that I build and give out to veterans, and I don't ask their names, I don't ask their where they live or anything like that. The only thing that I require is that they've served the country, and then they live in government assisted housing that has internet access, and I'll go out with what little money that I do have, and I'll go to thrift stores and things like that, and gather up these old computers, like the old Vista machines, and the old. Well, I mean, you can't go too old, otherwise it won't run the newer software. But the older machines that are 2 or 3, 4 years old, I
I'll bring them home and I'll put Linux Mint on them and fix them up with a couple of internet browsers and stuff like that. And then give them out to veterans that are a little less fortunate, but still, and especially if they've been injured in combat. I've got a number of guys that have actually come back with no legs, and man, I tell you what, that's their whole lifeline, man. They've got this 3, 4, 5-year-old computer, and they're just happy as all get out. They can Skype with their family and stuff like that, and they're real happy to get it. Of course, they can't get out and do tower climbing and the stuff like before they got hurt. So that's their lifeline. But I've been I don't know. I get kind of distressed because I've had several people make fun of me and belittle me, telling me I should worry about my own bills first and this, that, and the other. But you know what? I'm a very fortunate person. I get on amateur radio and talk to guys like you every day, and these guys don't have that. So why not honor them? With some help. I may not can buy my way out of a wet paper bag, but man, I'll do it. And I'll do it with pride too, because I can I can go to sleep at night knowing that I didn't have to go over there and fight, and those guys did, and they took the fight to the guys that are trying to kill all of us. But I won't go into that. I guess that's probably bordering on a political discussion. So, Ron, get your hands on the horn. What do you think? AC0uv, w5meu.
W5meu in the group, AC0uv. Yeah, I know what you mean. I agree with you there, my brother. Totally agree. I've been broadcasting. I've been broadcasting this QSO for the past hour on Ustream. It's pretty cool. I'll save it and then I'll publish it up there. I'll call myself a mini Tom. Hi. But good deal. Well, I'm gonna close this thing off and get out of here. My granddaughter's supposed to come over to do laundry tonight, so I got to make sure I got everything ready for her. So you guys have a good day, good rest of the evening, and that shirt you had on last night with a tie, that would have looked all right, but you looked fine just the way you were anyway, Tom. You guys have a great night, and maybe we'll catch you in here tomorrow. 7-3 for Maggot, Colorado, with nx2u to take it. This is AC0uv.
Ron, thank you very much for joining in the conversation today. We enjoy you, and I was able to hear you almost the whole time, except for about 20 minutes when the band dropped, that I could barely hear anybody. But it was very nice meeting you today, Ron, and to Ken out there. Thank you what you do.
You talked before, you old fart.
So I'm a disabled vet myself, but I'm from Vietnam era. But I still get up and around and do my thing and help all those that I can. A lot of people don't realize that freedom costs. Freedom is not free. And, I went in at a tough time when there were a lot of protests and marches. And, yes, I was spit on in the airport when I came home. All the names were called. But, what are you going to do? Everybody has their opinions. And the only opinion that counts is mine and God's. And that's it.
That's right,
and it
brother.
counts a lot more than mine. I'm going to jump out of here, too. I got to go to the dogs I got here in the house and go put my goats up and pigs up in the barn. It's already dark over here, so I'm going to let you guys go, and hopefully I'll catch you guys tomorrow. W5kub to take it. Okay.
Okay, Mike, you're 100% there. All right, well, hey, guys, I'm going to get out of here, too, and get me a bite to eat. We've had a pretty good queue on here for about the last hour and a half, maybe. Everybody was good and solid. We made it through. No real QRM here positive. So I'm going to say 73 and go get something to eat. Maybe watch a little TV. Think about working on my antennas. And we'll try to get back in here and announce the frequency again later. Maybe tomorrow we'll get together again. Yeah, I'm gone. Go ahead and take it. See you later. w5meu. w5kub.
Okay, Tom. Sounds good, man. Yeah, I think I'm going to clear out of here, too. I'm going to go wash me a few dishes and play with the dogs a little bit. They're getting rambunctious now that they've gotten fed and they think it's playtime. You know, it's like dealing with little kids and that's fun. But anyway, this dog's sitting here being annoying. I'm sitting here trying to hold a microphone and he's pawing it out of my hand. Oh boy, howdy! I love these animals. You know, they're great. With this post-traumatic stress disorder as bad as it is, you know, there's a lot of times that my little therapy dog here will come up and you know, he knows when I'm getting anxious or excited or anything like that. You know, so he comes up and lays his chin on me and you know, sits there and paws at me or brings me a water bottle to play with and stuff like that. You know, I mean, he'll sit here and he'll play fetch just as long as you know, as long as he thinks I need to. And he knows. I don't know how these animals know, but they do. They know every single time. So yeah, I'm going to get out of here too, guys. It's been a pleasure as always, gentlemen. Have a good one. And for the QRMer out there, here you go, buddy. It's your frequency now. Take it away, brother. Anyway, let's see. I think everybody else sickled out of there. If there's anybody left, pick it up because I'm headed toward the kitchen. So w5meu.
That was great, Ken. I'm going to go out and play from Roadkill for dinner.
Yeah, see, did you guys hear him? Every time I unkey, little squeaky signal in there. Have a good one, guys. See y'all later. W5meu.
nx2u is clear. All the plus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5.
Yeah, I could hear him, but he wouldn't talk anymore. No, he ain't talking. He ain't performing. See ya.